Hey there, and welcome back to the virtual table. So I got a request to try another game, and the challenge that was given to me was to have an aquatic race, a corporation, and to use the origin where your homeworld is going to blow up. So basically, a really difficult game. I don't know how well I'm going to do, to be quite honest. I think this is going to be quite a challenge. I've never played this origin before. I'm well aware of it. I never actually tried it. I know a couple things about it. It doesn't sound fun. But so what I did is I made this race here, and the race is called So Long and Thanks for the Fish commerce group. And some of you may get the reference. Since we have a homeworld that's going to be destroyed, this is a reference to the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, because basically that's what the dolphins said right before they teleported off the Earth that was now devoid of all the fish and was destined for destruction. And so that's why the number 42 is in my my flavor text, because that's all you need to know is 42. So yes, this is So Long and Thanks for the Fish, and I picked a aquatic species that looks like a dolphin, and then I picked a Cthulhu themed flag. We are doing the Doomsday, which if I hover over it, you will see it says warning: challenging origin. Our homeworld will explode within 35 to 45 years after the game starts. The valuable resources from the Doom planet's surface boost production. So we are going to get a boost of some kind. Like I said, I've never played this before, so I don't know how much we're going to get. No guaranteed habitable worlds will spawn near your home. Normally you get 2 guaranteed. There is no guarantee on this one. So that's troubling. And this could mean it's going to be a very quick game. Now, the other request was for this to be an aquatic species, which I did. I chose an ocean world, because otherwise, why be aquatic? And then, of course, that just fits with the theme of the dolphins. You get to pick a couple traits. And so I did pick the sedentary, because that's the one I like to pick to give me a couple extra points. If I am going to survive this, I do want intelligent, because the extra research is always, always, always good. But when you're aquatic, you can take this aquatic ability, which makes ocean habitability plus 20%, and the housing usage is going to be negative 10%, which means you could have a higher population. And the population will actually grow quicker as well, because the growth rate is dependent on how much housing is still available. So if you have a lot of housing available, your growth rate is going to be a lot higher. So it does help them to grow a little bit quicker. And then you can see food, energy, and mineral output on ocean worlds is plus 10%. Now, there is an origin called Ocean Paradise, which is perfect for an aquatic race, because you're basically starting off on this Ocean Paradise planet that is totally meant for aquatic species, and then you choose this aquatic trait, and I think a lot would argue that that's the meta of the game right now, is that this is actually, it's too hard to argue about the benefits. Housing usage on non-wet worlds is plus 30%. Habitability on not wet worlds is minus 20. So by being aquatic, now I did not have to take this. I don't think I did. But that's part of the challenge, is to be aquatic. So you can see that I'm trying to find any other world, or otherwise I'm going to blow up and die. I have to find an ocean world. No other world will work, because I got a minus 20% here. This is awful. Now there are other... let me think about this. The wet worlds might be there's 6 total worlds, right? There's 3 over here, and then this is the top one, and then there's the continental world, and then there's, I can't remember what the final one is. And so these are the arid ones. These are the Earth-like ones, and then I think the bottom one here is jungle, and then over here is the frozen ones, like the tundra. So I think all three of these would be considered wet worlds. So if I find like a continental or something else, I may not get that 20% penalty. So, okay, but the point though is that it's going to be very difficult. If I find another type of planet that's not an ocean, but I could at least save my people, it's going to be very tough to colonize and make a go at it. So, with that being said, one of the things I could have chosen instead of intelligent is it cost 4 points. This cost 2 points, this cost 1, and this gave me an extra +1. So you start the game with 3 points. For 4 points, I could have taken, I think it's extreme adaptability. In fact, I don't need to talk about it, I can just show you. So somewhere... right there, extremely adaptive. So you can see the habitability of a planet goes up by 20%, but it costs 4 points. And here you can see I'm spending 3, and I had to get a -1 just to do that. So to get to 4 points, I would have to take even more negatives. I'd have to get rid of the intelligent. Yeah, look at this. The trait is required, so I have to spend 1 point on aquatic. This is a really difficult one to pull off. I would have to take a lot of negatives. But anyways, the reason you would do it, and I don't think it's going to be a big surprise for those of you, is you want the extra habitability because, okay, maybe we're going to find a planet, but it's just not going to be an ocean planet, right? And so in order to save our species, we got to get anywhere. Just anywhere will work. Well, that's where being adaptive or extremely adaptive is almost like a requirement. But because we chose aquatic, I don't think I can do it. So I just went with my normal intelligent and sedentary, and so we're gambling that we can find an ocean planet in time. And that's a tall order. Now the next thing is we made a corporation. Now I will say to you that aquatic corporate is interesting, but it's not the best combination. And the reason being is the aquatic gives you this angler effect, which you can take even if you're not a corporation. The anglers are just too hard to pass up. I mean, on an ocean world, agriculture districts are uncapped, and then on wet worlds, the farmers are replaced by anglers and pearl divers. So the anglers produce 8 food and 2 trade. Pearl divers produce 3 consumer goods and 2 trade. I mean, it sort of goes with the corporate just fine because the trade helps, with the corporation. I'm not saying it's awful, but normally when you pick a corporation, you want to pick 2 traits that help your corporation. This one sort of does because, your farmers are producing trade. And anyways, that's why I picked it. It's a very powerful trait that you could, or what do you call this, ability. It's in the government and ethics section. Sorry, I had to yawn. This is very powerful. But you could pick that. You can only pick that if you're aquatic, is what I'm getting at. Now, the one that to me is a must-have is the free traders. The criminal syndicate is an interesting one, but free traders gives you 10% extra trade value. And remember, trade value is like these farmers are producing trade. So see how there's some synergy between these two. So we're going to get 10 plus 10% extra trade value, and our branch offices, which is unique to corporations, get an extra 10%, and that's huge. This to me is a must pick if you're going to be a corporation. The other one, you just pick whatever synergy you would look like. Because we're aquatic, these were the 2 that to me were the no-brainer. Okay, then I had to pick my government and ethics. So I chose to be a fanatic xenophile, which you could see gives me another 20% trade and 2 more envoys. Now you need a lot of envoys if you're a corporation, because the corporation has to have a trade agreement, a commerce agreement with, so let's say I meet an alien race, I have to have a commerce agreement with that alien race in order to set up my corporation on their planets. So it's a requirement. I cannot, I don't have any permission to move my corporation onto their planets unless I have a trade agreement with them. So to have trade agreements, I need to be a xenophile, which gives me 2 extra envoys, which will be extremely helpful. And I need to have an open arms type of thing about meeting enemy alien races. So this gives me a trade value of 10%. This gives me another 20%. So I'm getting a total of 30% just naturally increased trade value. So this particular race is going to make a lot of money, energy credits. And I want to make a lot of other stuff too, but the point though is that the money should be rolling in, and that will help us, do other things. Now, one thing I am contemplating here is maybe changing this. I chose pacifist because we don't want to be at war. We're a corporation, and the empire sprawl from our population gets negative 15%, and then a stability of +5, which just helps in general, because if you have higher stability, your people are happier, their output production goes up, so they just produce more of whatever they're producing. Now, we could also, spiritualist is pretty neat because you get extra unity, which will then allow you to get your traditions quicker. There's no harm in that. But this one here, the authoritarian corporation, is not a bad idea either. And the reason is you get an extra 0.5 monthly influence. Your commerce packs are going to reduce your monthly influence. And in order to build a corporation on another civilization's planet, it costs you influence. So it might be nice to get some influence bonuses. And this would at least give me 0.5, which would offset 2 commerce packs. Now, this one is one we did last time, where you get an extra 25% faction influence. It's not as good by itself. You need to really do the democracy in the parliament. And so I don't know. I'm actually debating, like I sort of like that one. And you can see here that there's some options changing, right? So, for example, the corporate death cult can only be taken if you are spiritual. The gospel of the masses, again, you have to have some degree of spiritualist. And then you have the indentured assets, which is your slave population resource output goes up. I'm not going to be pursuing slaves. Naval contractors gives you a plus 15% naval capacity, but you need to be militarist for that. That's actually pretty good. That's a decent one. And then private military companies, again, some degree of militarist. Your army's experience goes up, your army damage, and so forth. What I'm doing is I'm trying to get me the best bonus for my race. So the reason I would choose this one is the Empire Sprawl from Pops means, if I have a lot of population out there, I don't have to deal with, there's not as much of an admin hit. The stability +5 is mostly there because if I'm on a planet that's not very habitable, the people are going to be unhappy, and that means the stability goes down. But if I get a +5 boost, that's going to help offset, some of the problem of being on a planet that we don't really want to be on. The other thing is, like I said, this gives me the extra influence because you need a lot of influence. If you recall from the last game, we needed a lot of influence anyways, just to expand our empire. Now we need even more influence to start laying our corporate, buildings. So it's a tough choice. I'm going to go ahead and choose the authoritarian fanatic xenophile. We'll go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and save it. So long, and thanks for the fish. 1,000 stars. I want to do a ring like we did last time. I checked these boxes, so now it's going to be a random number of 8 to 17 AI empires, 3 to 6 advanced AI starts, and 2 to 5 fallen empires. So it's going to be random now. If I uncheck the box, see it's an exact number. So we're going to get, on average, somewhere in the middle, right? So normally when it's unchecked, this is supposed to be around 12. So I actually bumped it up, right? So the 12 is in the middle. And then here, the average is supposed to be 4, but you can see I bumped it up to 6, and so forth. So I did bump it up in compensation for the fact that I'm doing averages. You know, I may get more of these, but then less of these, you know, and so forth. The Marauder Empires was always 3. Everything else is 1x. I did increase the Crisis Strength to 2x. It was 1.5 on the last playthrough. And I think everything else, the Crisis type is going to be random. That's the one that we had, the Pretherin. There's the Unbidden, the Contingency. So there's 3 types, I guess. Here you can see the year. So this is exactly the same as last game. 2400 is when the crisis could happen. Remember, we went all the way to 2450 in our game. And then 2500 is when the victory comes up. I did up the difficulty to Commodore. So I'm up. I was on Captain, so I moved it to Commodore. Again, I'm not sure I'm doing myself any justice here. And Iron Man mode is on. So let's go for it. I know I spent some time going over that. What was that? 15, 16 minutes. But I think that was worth it. I did design this race specifically for this type of origin, and of course it's just fun to make fun of the dolphins in Hitchhiker's Guide. So the star system is the Doug Adams star system. That's a nod. He is the author of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Here you can see we have our ocean preference. Our homeworld is dying. The Hitchhiker's Guide is the name of our planet. Plagued by earthquakes, volcanic eruptions for thousands of years. Our technically unstable planet would tear itself apart. With no way of halting the process, our survival as a species depends on the ability to leave Hitchhiker's Guide behind and seek refuge elsewhere among the stars. An unprecedented industrial and technological buildup followed, and our civilization rapidly progressed from primitive atmospheric flight to early space travel. The first vessels capable of hyperspace travel are ready, but there is not much time. We must find a new home. So here we go. Okay, just like any other game, the start is more or less the same. You start with science ships. You start with, the only difference here is I don't have a dragon. So let's get our science going right away. You can see here with his type, he has a huge bonus on this. But the first thing I always like to get is this one. And actually that's a good one too. But we're going to go ahead and get this one first. And let's see, he has a lifespan bonus. This is very attractive as a corporation. So is that. They're all good, all 3 of them. I'm going to go ahead and grab that one though. And then here, again, all 3 are good. I'm going to go ahead and get geothermal fracking. So that's our start. We're going to go ahead and click on our planet. And here you can see we're producing 20 on science. I think we were at 65 in the last playthrough when we started. This one's at 61, so we're slightly less on this. We have a deficit of -8 on just a planet production. Let's see, what else do we have here? Oh, the trade value is 86. This is worth looking at. The where's the base number? So I think from populations, you can see that we're getting 6.36 from that, 52 from the jobs, and then our free traders gives us another 10%. Our xenophile gives us another 20%. Because we're mercantile, we get another 10%, so that's 40 more percent. And then our stability gives us 7.8. Now, do you remember I wanted to do that thing that gave us a +5 stability? So you can see the stability gives 7.8%, and I don't know what another 5% stability would have done, but it would have made it go even higher, right? So anyways, it's given a... So this 86 is really the population job. So you see that 52 and a 6.36, that's the base trade value. And then because we have all these bonuses, because we're a corporation, we chose the free traders, and we're a Xenophile, we were able to boost that by another 40%. That high stability would have been there no matter what. So this 86, take away 40%, and that's what you would normally start the game with. So we're getting more money, and you can see it's a really nice, healthy number here. We're getting $86 from trade. No complaints about that, of course. Now, it said we're getting extra boosts because our planet is dying, and I don't know what that is. Like, I don't see that anywhere. Like you can see here, we're going to get 211. Maybe there's a boost to their output. So, normally it produces 6 food, but there you can see it's producing 9 food, 3 commercial goods, and 4 trade. And maybe if the planet wasn't dying, he would only produce 7 food, 2 commercial goods, and 3 trade, or something like that. I don't know. That part I don't see an actual tangible calculation to help me out. Okay. We got to be efficient. We don't necessarily need to do more than we have to. The planet's dying, so there's no point in investing too much in it, but we may want to invest a little. Here you can see I can get my generator districts up again. Not very helpful. This would give me another population, which would be helpful because then I can relocate the population. So speaking of which, we need to go into our decisions. Resettlement is allowed. Has to be. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to move your population. So we got to have that. Okay, let's go ahead and get started then. One other thing is the edicts. We're going to eventually unlock what's called Map the Stars, and I think we're going to want to grab that because we need to expand. We need to explore and find another, preferably ocean world, so we can move our home capital to that. That's more important than anything else. So with that being said, we need to get another science ship going so we can get some exploring going on. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And let's go out and look at our galaxy. That's where we are. We're going to take our first science ship. You can see it's got Castaway Hendrick. His survey speed's a little higher. That's good. I'm going to go have him survey that. We're going to wait until we get to 200. Or I can go in and at least, like, I can pick one of these and just do that one, right? So that 200 was to do both of these, because the mining stations, it's 100 each. So I just went in to do one of them because I don't want to waste time. And then of course our fleet is just sitting there for the moment. So let's go ahead and get started. And here you go. Oh, here we go. This is our bonus. Earthquakes, volcanic activity continue to increase in frequency. Scientists are now able to more accurately predict when the end will come. We have between 35 to 45 years. We're at 2200. Steadily deteriorate until then. The only good news is that the violent tectonic movements have made it easier to access the rich resources. So here, we're getting plus 10 devastation, which does make us unhappy. Habitability is going down, so it's 30% less. But here you can see we're getting plus 30% in alloys, minerals, and energy credits from jobs. Stability went down by 10. Immigration pool is awful, and of course the immigration push is 100. They want to get off the planet. So That is important. Now, what are we getting for jobs? If you look at our jobs right now, this is producing consumer goods. So is that. That's our alloy one, so that's getting a 30% bonus. That's producing administrative capacity. This is producing unity and reducing crime. This is producing research, trade and amenities. Right there, that one's helping. That's getting a 30% boost. And that's not getting a 30% boost. So we're not getting that much of a boost, to be quite honest. Can I somehow, I don't know, rearrange people? I maybe could. Like, for example, I can click on this to say, okay, I want that to be the priority. So we're going to crank out as many alloys as we can. That's not a bad idea, actually. Or this one would be good as well. We want to prioritize both of those, because those are what give us the 30% bonus. Sure, we'll do that. It's going to possibly muck with the other stuff. But here we go. We got our science leader. It did reduce our income, what I just did. Okay, this is good for a science ship in general. Both of these are good for science ships. So let's grab this one for now. And we're going to have him go the opposite direction. And as soon as I get to 100, I'm going to build another one.
We grow ever stronger.
I just need to get to 100. Okay, so construction ships building the final stuff.
What have we here?
Okay, we're finding stuff which take time to research. We have to ignore research for now. That's, you know, some of the flavor text stuff, right?
We grow ever stronger.
And then our construction ship is done. And we could start expanding anytime. I'm going to go ahead and move this way out of anticipation to...
Space charts updated.
We can at least get our... what do you call those? Outposts in place to expand our empire. Our empire will still control this star region. It's just that the homeworld's going to get destroyed. Okay, so first one's finished. Nothing there. So I'm going to go ahead and go that way. Alright, so we found the Cyberx again, which is... It's unfortunate because the last playthrough we had Cyberx, and in this playthrough we're getting it again. It's total random. So the fact that I got the same one twice, I apologize to you guys. I was hoping to show you something different. But the Cyberx one is a good one because you get a ring world. That ring world was awesome. So anyways, that ring world though will not come in 25 to 35 years. So I still need to find something else to inhabit in the meantime. And I was a little wasteful in my... I was a little inefficient there. I made it over 100. I need to get that ship out right now. Because exploration... Okay, because of our corporate nature, we're going to greet Zeno with open arms. Alright, so we got this one finished, and then I'm going to crank out another science ship. We just need to get a Kraken. So I want to get this one now, and I'm going to have him go this way. Okay, we found some Zro, which is a really nice resource. Right there. We got another science ship ready. Okay, this is a really nice one. So we're going to do a little bit of a switcheroo here. See, this one just has an increased lifespan. We're going to put the biologist there. And so he actually is getting an extra boost now. Up to 17%, which is good. And then the actual science ship, we're going to put the one we just fired and put him on the science ship. And let's see. We're going to have him go this way. This one's already... Oh, we don't have the alloys to build outposts. Okay.
Anomalous space-time continuum ahead.
Gotta leave a... I don't like the aquatic voice, by the way.
Space charts updated.
It's a little overly dramatic. I'm gonna go ahead and go this way. Alright, there's a planet here. Look at that, it's an ocean world. Oh my gosh, we got so lucky. We got so lucky. Alright, so let's select a discovery. Right?
Anomalous space-time continuum ahead.
Okay, so we got an archaeological site. We got all kinds of stuff going on. So let's get our starbase up. I know it's calling it a starbase, but it doesn't count towards your starbase limit because it's an outpost, the first thing you build. If you've watched my last playthrough, you already understand all that. We have to have this in our territory before we can start sending colonists. So that's what we're going to do. I need to have 200 alloys to send to colonists. And I also want to build another construction ship. We have some archaeological stuff we can do. As you know, we have... See there's that little microscope. In fact, you can see it here in the situation log. We have 4 anomalies to do. And one of our science ships actually has... See, that one's good at archaeology. And this one has an anomaly research speed. So we want him to be the one to go, research all the different anomalies.
Space charts updated.
Alright, so that one's done. He's the one that has the anomaly boost. Since we found an ocean world, I'm going to assume we're okay. So I'm going to have him go back and start researching those anomalies. This may be a dumb thing, but I'm assuming we're okay. I don't know where that 4th one went. I see 3. This one is in Hizar, so it must be down there. Yeah, we'll just do those for now. And so here you can see we're actually unemployed. So I have plenty of minerals, so let's build some mining districts. That'll help.
We grow ever stronger.
And yeah, because I built those mining districts, I'm...
Anomalous space-time continuum ahead.
So our scientists develop new skills. Oh my. Oh my. Plus 15% psionics. That's... We don't have any psionics yet. That's more of a mid to late game thing. Very interesting. Okay. One thing I know I want to do, I just don't remember where. Here, the advisor. This guy is so dramatic.
Honest work means hard labor. Honest work means art. We all have the makings of greatness in us.
I'm not a big...
We just need to take the helm, chart the course, and enjoy the ride.
Death comes for all safeness in the end.
And that one cracks me up.
Rubble it in, why don't you?
That's the Optimus Prime voice.
Automation. Open access.
Our multidisciplinary customer satisfaction specialists are always just a click away.
Yeah,
Don't
we're
hesitate.
a corporation. Let's be a slick corporation.
Megacorp today.
Oh, I like that one. Okay, let's go ahead.
Future market survey complete.
Oh yeah, I love that. Future market survey complete. Okay, We're going to leave that be for now, and look at this. We found an ocean world, size 12. 90% habitability. Our world is a size 18, so we're getting downgraded a bit, but this one's going to blow up, so crime plus 25%. Jeez Louise. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of you, Mr. Black William. So let's hire somebody else. This one's an awesome one. He's just better than... We're going to fire Mr. Black William there. I don't need a leader that gives me crime. I don't even want him to like be president or CEO or whatever we call it. Okay, so we're going to survey backwards and then forwards.
A system has been surveyed.
And we'll keep going.
Potential market survey completed.
Alright, so we fully surveyed this, so I can... As soon as this guy's done, he's going to come down and build a star base. I could
Outlier identified.
I could do it right away, but I'm not going to. Okay, so we got this special, so I can get 25 influence if I wanted. It's nice, but let's get to the bottom of the pulsating stars. These pulsating stars, sometimes that's what causes a dragon to show up later in the game, because this pulsating star is like where it comes and lays its egg or whatever. So let's get to the bottom of that.
Situation log revised.
Where is the pulsating star? Oh my gosh, it's not even... It's there. So, okay, so when this guy... We'll have this guy come and research that project. He'll survey these two systems first, but then he'll eventually research that project. We're not in a rush. 1 second. Okay, I am back. And I don't remember what I was doing, but let's just unpause. Alright, so here we go. We got our, we're building our starbase down here.
Upscaling complete.
And there it is. So we got our thing. Let's click on it. Oh, we can't colonize because the planet has an anomaly. So we got to go back and, I guess, research the anomaly. I did not expect that. We have plenty of alloys, so I'm going to go ahead and produce a construction ship. Now, the big thing is, whatever resources we produce with the planet that's dying, we keep. So, you know, we want to basically mine the crap out of it while we can. Alright, so we got another construction ship, so let's just expand.
Upscaling complete.
We did this last time. This, by the way, you know how I said there's random narratives that happen. This one you always get. I've never chosen this one. It's just the rewards are so nice.
Situation log revised.
Okay, so this one I'm going to keep moving. I can't build a starbase there. I'm going to go ahead and move up. Various species of carnivorous plants are on the surface. Any future colonists will have to steer clear of the predatory plants. Okay, that causes the habitability to go down by 10%. That sucks. But our society research goes up. Alright, okay, what do we want first? We want survey speed to go up. We did finish. So now we can colonize, so let's get that going. And boom, here we go. So we're going to call it Dolphin Prime. See ya, and thanks for the fish.
Upscaling complete.
Alright, so I'm leaving the anomalies be because I have this one guy who's like an anomaly expert going around. And we're going to go ahead and...
Future market survey complete.
Go ahead and build...
Outlier identified. Future market survey complete.
Okay, so this scientist... we'll have him go that way. That construction ship's already done. I want to go here so we can start excavating. And then back here you can see we can actually build some buildings here. And for example, the problem is you need population to employ those buildings. So just because you have a building doesn't mean it does anything. Like even the corporate culture site here, it creates 2 manager jobs, which gives you influence and trade. But like I said, somebody has to take those jobs. So building these, you know, they don't necessarily... Like we could do... There was one in here I thought that at least increased your stability, but I guess it doesn't. The amenities, which would then make your people feel more stable. Like we can also build 2 more districts, which then increases more jobs that way. It's almost like there's no point. So here you can see that the population housing needs is 27. So right now I have 16 available housing. I have 2 available jobs. So technically speaking, my population can go up by 2 more, and it's not even going to change anything. So for now, yeah, we got to leave it be.
Potential market survey completed.
Alright, so that scientist is done. I still need 23. This will help. Those mining stations will give me 11 minerals and 6 energy. Colony ship is ready. And you can see it's on its way.
Actualized.
This is important, but that one in the beginning, it's straight up, you just get +2 every month. The earlier you get that, the better. I mean, that's a 20% bonus right now. Very large. And yeah, the only thing I can think of is I want to create a pop. So let's do that, because creating a population is
Outlier identified.
really good. Those are good. There's a strategic resource. Let's come back, get that going.
Potential market survey completed.
Alright, so this is the one that has fast survey speeds.
Future market survey complete.
See, our colony ship is getting ready to land. So we encountered somebody else. And here you can see we have 4 envoys instead of the typical 2.
Research actualized.
Alright, so we just splashed down in Dolphin Prime. We got an anomaly here. I've been leaving them be for now. Construction ship. We're going to go ahead and get... I couldn't do a mining station because I don't have the technology to do this one yet. I can only do research stations. That's why that came up the way it did. Alright, so we had an update there. We're getting extra minerals, which is good. All of these are good. This is sometimes more rare, so I'm going to go ahead and get that one. And I don't know if I unlocked the edict yet. There it is. Map the stars. Survey speed is an extra plus 25%. And then you get an extra 10% chance to find anomalies, which are usually always good things. Usually. It's like a really nice one to get. The issue is it's 200 influence, and you can see I'm always struggling with influence. And now that we found a planet to escape to, I'm not as there's not as much urgency to do map the stars. But I wanted to at least point it out to you because that's, in my opinion, like if you try this type of start, you're going to want to do something like that. So it increases how quickly you can explore and find. Okay, so alright, yeah, so this was that pulsating star, and it was just because of a sensor malfunction. So now we got an anomaly discovery chance plus 10%, gain 200 experience, and we're going to get some money. Okay, so this scientist is the one that does the archaeology. So I'm going to go ahead and start that.
Research actualized.
Go ahead and do that. You can see the population just went up by 2. We have no available jobs. So what I can do is at least build a district, which will increase the number of jobs we have so we can get more minerals.
Upscaling complete.
Now, you can see here the colonization takes time. So the planet is still not available for us to go to. And I also need influence to move my people. Alright, so we got a plus 6 here.
Upscaling complete.
So as much as I rapidly expanded, I think I have to wait now.
Potential market survey completed. Potential market survey completed.
Okay, so now we can get research subsidies, which is the one I usually always take. And then, of course, our research output is increased by 20% at the stations. Now, maybe some of you figured it out from the first playthrough, or maybe you didn't. But there's like 3 layers to this. There's the research station, this one, which gets you 3 society research here. But here you can see it's 3.6 because I'm getting a boost to the station, right? So I don't know what that is to go up 0.6 from 3. That's what, a 5% boost, I think. 6 times 5 is 30. Yeah, so it sounds like a 5% boost. So normally it produces 3, but instead it's producing 3.6. Okay, that 3.6 goes towards the total you see there. So the society research is 24. 3.6 of that 24 is coming from this research station alone. Okay, so the research station is producing that, and so anytime I research something that improves research station bonuses, it's going to improve this. The next thing I have is a researcher job. Now that's producing 5.7, 5.7, 4.9. That researcher is producing all three. And I have two of them, so that they're producing that times two. So it's what, 11.4, 11.4, 9.8. So both researchers, each researcher is producing the 5.7, 5. So anything that improves, like this one here, engineering research from jobs is plus 10%. So that 5.7, 5.7, 4.9 is getting a 10% bonus to whatever they normally would produce. Okay? So all of that goes into the pool. So you can see that counts towards the 28, 24, 24. Then when you get to these guys here, so we're getting 28 physics research. So that 28 points goes towards this 2,000 that I need to discover this. Well, he is adding another 19% to that 28. So you can see there, it even says base is 28.56, and he's adding a 15% because his expertise matches that expertise, and then he's adding another 4% because of his skill alone as a scientist. So he's adding a total of 19% that you see here. And so we take the combination of the research laboratories, the researcher jobs, plus the researcher mines, those research stations, right, that are out in space. You add all those up. They each have their own bonuses that boost how much they produce, right? So the research station gets a boost, the researcher job gets a boost, and then both of those get added together and put into this pool that then gets boosted again by this guy. So there's like a pyramid hierarchy of how the boosts work. Some boosts are at the lower level, and then this guy is boosting at the upper level. So everything else that was already boosted is getting boosted even more. So anyways, I hope that made some sense. And so that's why this number here is so critical, because you're basically boosting everything else. Okay, so with that said, you need 2,000 points. We're making 28.56, but he's boosting it to 33, almost 34. So this number goes up by 34 every day or whatever the time period is that this game uses. Might be month. Okay. So there's life forms in the entire world. Okay, so it's basically a calculator, the planet. But it's so slow we could only ask it a single question. We can choose to get 719, which for us right now, that's a lot of points. Remember, you need 2,000 just to research something. This game has a scale. So what it's doing is like the reward for this is going to be 4 months of research or whatever the number is, right? So that 719, if we're producing, we just said 33, 34. So that 719, you divide that by 34, I bet you're going to get a number that's like a whole number here. Let's see right here. 719 divided by 34. Yeah, it's 21. So this is calculated to give you 21 months worth of research. So, so that's a big boost, right? Now, if we were producing 5,000 research, this number would just be ridiculously higher, right? Because it's going to be whatever you're currently producing times 21. So, because we found it really early in the game, 719 is not an awful lot, but that's what it's doing. Okay, Who Made You would get us 604 and then 3 artifacts, which the artifacts might be more helpful. The Cyberx artifacts is even better. That, by the way, is what I think I'm going to choose. Oh, that Unity would be huge. Look, we only make 11. Oh my gosh. Alright, this is a big thing. This would be a huge 250 points. Where's traditions? Society management. So 500 points is what you need before you can unlock. Yeah, that's not even enough to unlock one. I mean, granted, it's a huge boost. I get that. The Cyberx artifact is... I don't know if you remember, but you have to collect so many Cyberx artifacts, which require extensive discovery and projects. If you collect enough of them, you find that where their secret homeworld is. It'll appear on the map. Right now, it doesn't appear anywhere. And then once you get that, that's where the ring world is. So we know this because our last playthrough revealed all this. So I'm going to go ahead and take the +1 artifacts. That's just, it's really huge. It'll save us later in the game quite a lot. And everything else is really nice. Like, even this is nice, right? +4 engineering research. If we, put a research station on there right now, today, that +4 is for the rest of the game. And so, if anything, that is probably the best option, right? Because from a long-term perspective, you're getting that +4 for the rest of the game. That's a huge amount of research that it's giving you. But I'm going to go ahead and take the artifact. Okay, and here you can see our food is low. I think a lot of it is because we're colonizing. I really don't want this to be another race yet. I just want it to be like a neutral something. So here you can see we're getting 15 more devastation. Our habitability is dropping even more, but now we're producing plus 60% resources. Okay, so yeah, we're low on the food, but we can always just buy some. That's exactly what I'm going to do. We got a science ship that was doing anomalies for us. So let's go find the anomalies. Look, there's a whole bunch of them. I wish there was a way we could just say track. Oh, there we go. Okay, so see how they're showing up? So we're going to research that one. That one. If there really is an alien race here, let's get that one before they do. Let's come back and get these harder ones. And yeah, because he can do it quicker, I'm just letting him do all the anomaly research. The construction ships, I'm letting them sit for now, although I should probably put one down here, because we definitely want to get a starbase going there to expand this way. And I should at least get him where I want to go next. The 6 minerals would be really nice. This would be nice because it's a choke point. So they're both good for their various reasons. We'll go ahead and move there. Yeah, and he's doing that. I need one of these scientists to quit going this way. He's the anomaly one. I think I need... Let's make another one. The other thing that hurts is we're going to lose our shipyard. So that means I need this. I might need that to upgrade, because I need a shipyard on my home planet. Yeah, let's do that. That's burning a lot of my alloys, but we'll go ahead and do it. Get a new guy here. And then have him continue to survey in that direction.
A system has been surveyed.
Oh, and I can get that research station going. And then even get that one going. Alright, so we finished surveying another system. This doesn't unlock until we get the right technology. So it's really nice when you finally get that, because you can, put them on autopilot.
Potential
Auto explore. Alright. So we're gonna spend the money. It gives 3 clues towards finishing the excavation. And so you can see here, orbital telemetry shows a massive impact crater, not caused by a meteorite strike, as the crater is surprisingly deep. Cannot be determined. It's choked by rock debris. Alright, so let's keep the exploration going. This guy's waiting. We're up to 134. The colonization is almost done. So we got another set of aliens. Let's pause. Issue the special project. Got another envoy going. So a lot of stuff just happened. That derelict ship. We should have somebody here. Yeah, so I gotta stop what he's doing, and we're gonna research that.
Good business is where you find it.
Alright, so we established our colony. We gotta get crack-a-lackin'. Okay, it stinks because it's a minus 10%, but we are at 90% even with the minus 10%, so we're okay there. The lower habitability, though, is causing our upkeep and everything else to be a little bit of a penalty. So that stinks. So anyways, here we go. We have potentially 4 mining districts, but only one's available. So we're going to go ahead and get that built right now. And then we need to get at least 1, 2, 3. I made 4 agriculture districts. That's fine. I want it to be mining and agriculture. But we also, because this is our new homeworld, we need everything. We need all types of districts. So this is unfortunate, but we're only going to end up having 1 mining district on this one. But it's what we got to do. Okay, so we got the reassembled ship shelter, and we're actually almost out of resources. So the other thing we got to do now is we have to go to our homeworld and resettle them. So you got your Dolphin Prime here, and for example, that's a farmer. You got the different types of jobs, right? We're only at 2210. Remember, we have 30 years. So I'm going to let them sit for now. So we got a happiness plus 30% on Dolphin Prime.
Actualized. Outlier identified.
I'm going to go ahead and start letting them research outliers right away, because I got annoyed with the fact that I now lost my queue. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Alright, so we're at 148 influence. I at least want Dolphin Prime to finish its first district. You know what? Let's get the agriculture districts going first. And you'll see why in a second. We don't get a boost to agriculture on our homeworld, so let's get our farmers off first. And then I can't build one of these, a laboratory, so we're going to lose like all of our research. This is an awful start, folks. Losing your homeworld is a huge problem. And I know they're giving me like these bonuses, but those bonuses suck. I mean, they're good at giving me resources, yes, but I'm going to lose all my research capability, everything. Oh, that's right, I'm waiting.
Upscaling complete.
Okay, and I can go ahead and let's get this started now. So I'm producing the agriculture districts first. And so what I'm going to do is this is my... Remember, you don't have farmers in this, you have anglers. So I'm going to move the angler, and look at that. It's going to cost me 100 bucks and 10 influence to move one pop. And then I have a sedentary penalty, which is going to make it 12 and a half and 125. So it's going to be expensive. So we're going to move the first guy over. And there you go. Both of my anglers are moving over. It's going to cause somebody to be unemployed. But that's okay. So we're going to move all the anglers over. I don't think they move immediately, do they? I thought they took time. Like it's showing that we have unemployment and all this stuff. Interesting. So I won't move anybody else yet. We just moved... Oh, the pearl divers. We're going to want to move them too. Look at that. I'm out of influence already. So... Are they really already over here? Yeah, they are. That was instantaneous.
Potential market survey completed.
So I'm not even able to expand my empire right now because I have to spend all my influence moving my population to safety. What a mess this is. It's nice getting those little boosts. Okay, so one of the problems with unemployment is it does cause stability issues.
Potential market survey completed.
I think we are getting a little bit better because I think we at least finished one of the agriculture districts. Yeah, we did. So you can see...
Upscaling complete.
We're at least employing some of them. $1,200 money, 500. I mean, it's nice. I don't know what this is gonna... Yeah, let's research it.
Situation log.
Because we're gonna lose our research guys. Although this doesn't help. Yeah, so our construction ships are just waiting.
Research actualized.
Here we go. Okay, this is not going to be a good one to be near. This is looking like an alien race. This pumpkin-looking thing. I think those are going to be necrophage. So, yeah, and they're isolationist. Yeah, that's not going to be good for us. So I finished another district. So you can see the unemployment's getting a little bit better because I basically have to produce these districts to have housing. Like I don't even have the housing space for all my people, so I have to get this built up as quickly as I can, and then that of course will allow, you know, me to have room and get rid of the see, the people are getting happier already. They're losing points because it's overcrowded. And let's see, I need and I can't touch the influence because I needed to move all the people. Alright, here we go. So we found a theocratic dictatorship. And of course, we want to be nice to everybody. And where's their empire going to be? That's the real question. They're going to be down here somewhere. Right off the bat, we need to improve relations because we're a corporation and we want to be able to put a franchise with them. So I'm going to send an envoy to do exactly that. And what we're trying to get is we want them to make a commercial pact with us. And you can see right now they're at negative 56. They're not willing to do it. As we gain more intelligence with them and more relationship, it'll start to break down why it's minus 56. But for now, we don't know enough about them. You can see there's a lot of unknown. We can also send somebody to build a spy network, which would actually give us that information as well. But you always run the risk of harming the relationship if they find your spy. Okay, so we're going to see them pop up on here. I'm going to unpause, and there they are. Look at that. They already have all that territory. Dang it. Because this is, look, that's a really nice set of resources there. This one was really nice. Look at that. That's 25 minerals, and we missed out on all of that. All because of this stupid start. This is good. They want to do an embassy, which will help improve our relationship with each other. I'm not happy. We're missing out on so many boosts. They're going to close their borders with us soon. Oh, we found L cluster, which is not good. Where do we find one of those? Oh, down here. Which, that part's good, because their empire's in the way. So that L cluster, if they come through, they're going to destroy those guys and not us. Alright, so we're low on amenities, but it's the jobs. We're still short a job. We got 3 of them built. We're building our last one here. Boom. And you can see the unemployment is now 0. So we even have room for one more. So we're going to go ahead. This mining district will finish soon.
Survey completed.
This is like pointless. I need to just get my scientist up here and survey places we can actually expand to. Because I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get to any of this. Because they're expanding rapidly this way. And we're busy saving up our influence just so we can flee the planet. These guys are hostile. Okay, the one consolation is you don't need to have a very large empire if you're a corporation. In fact, there's a big penalty to having a large empire. Where can I show you? Maybe it's the modifiers. Well, I know the penalty is to here. So you can see the empire sprawl. For corporations, you get a penalty to your empire sprawl. Maybe it's this. Yeah, right there. So you can see that our administrative capacity goes up by 20, but our sprawl penalty is plus 50%. So that means, like, if we're a really large, we have a lot of territory, right? We're going to get a 50% penalty to our, normally as you expand, you get a sprawl penalty. Well, it's going to be 50% worse for us. So you could still get big, but it's going to be, you're going to need a lot of administrative bureaucracy. I mean, they do compensate you a little bit because you get a plus 20, but that plus 20 gets eaten up fast. So if there's any time to, not be really big, this is actually it. So we're playing this hard start. Being a corporation that has to, flee to another planet, it's actually, it's working. There's a nice synergy there. Alright, so we got the purification plants. Both of these are good. We're going to do that because we need the extra minerals. And see, I could still build here, but I just don't know if I want to. I don't know what the point would be. Because then I got 26 population. I could. So right now they're not very happy. And I could technically make them happy by sure. We'll make them happy. So we reach the bottom of the shaft. A spacecraft of advanced alien design. It's remarkably intact. So we get advanced shields as a research option, and we gain 10% progress towards it. So that's cool. That was actually worth it. So I can do more excavations, except one's way down here, and right now they still have open borders with us, which is good, but I'm not. You can only excavate if you have control of the territory. So this guy can't do any of that, so I'm going to go ahead and have him just help with the exploration. And right there you can see they're expanding even more. Look, these are awesome. It would have been so awesome. And right there, that one, 25 minerals. I mean, nothing's more perfect than that. Okay, I need to get a choke point going. So even though I need this number to go up, I gotta get star bases to here, because I don't want them expanding anymore. I want to be able to at least control these systems.
Incoming transmission.
I could keep exploring this way, but for now, I want to come back and help for the direction I need to go. And right there, they're offering a commercial pact with us. We'll get 675. They're going to get more than us, but we already got a commercial pact with it. That's pretty good. So normally your influence goes down when you have a commercial pact with somebody, but I think corporations don't. Nope, right there.
Upscaling complete.
So negative 0.25. I think there's an ability for your corporation to not get a commercial pact. I must have not have selected it.
Situation log revised.
So we got a Cyberx research station, which is right there. So it's this guy. Alright, so there's a couple things going on. I want to research that anomaly before they close borders with us. Come back, we'll research that project, and then we'll go research that anomaly there. Like so. That's what we'll do. And then here, because our population is 10, this can upgrade. I'll go ahead and get that going. We got a commercial district going, and then we can get a laboratory going once this is finished. And you can see we're just cranking out, districts. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got a city district in. So one of the things we can do is start moving our people over. You can see I got my star base. I'm going to go get this star base going, and then this guy will come and backfill and build the stations. So let's do that.
Identified.
Alright, so our governor just got upgraded. Oh, that's perfect. The district and building costs minus 10%. We just gained 73 influence for this.
Foreign market leaders request contact.
And these guys aren't going to be very nice to us, but we'll try to be nice to them. And where are they going to show up?
Incoming inquiry.
There they are, right there. So better them than us to be next to those jerks. Okay, so we could still try... Oh, see, look, the borders are closed. We can still try. So we're going to send Crazy Bill, because he's crazy. And so it needs a crazy person to try to improve our relationship with them. Oh, I forgot to show you. Okay, so we have a commercial pact with these guys. So this, by the way, is their capital. So if I don't want to do that. So if we go to their capital system, you can see this corporate tab is available to us. So if we click on it, we can establish a branch office there. You'll see that it costs us 85 influence, and a lot of it is because of the distance between our empire and theirs. So there's a bit of a penalty. Normally it's 1,050, but for us it'll be 1,785. If we spend 85 influence, we'll put an office here, and we will immediately get 33 trade value for this. So our income will jump up 33. And so it's just straight up money. So this 32 will become, 65. And it's the moment I do this. Now, I am spending 1,700, so even at getting an extra 33, it's going to take a while to make up the money, but this is very early in the game. And then on top of it, I'll be able to build corporate buildings that give me even more bonuses. Now, this number is dependent on a couple things, and you can see when I hover over it that it's based on the trade value that they are producing. So this is their capital world, so they're producing 33 trade value. And you can see there that their planet is giving plus 60, and then our free traders is giving us an extra 10%, and the branch office income is going to be 33. That's what's calculating. This number will go up as they grow. They currently have 65 population, which makes me sad because we're sitting here trying to scuttle over 29. So they have a lot of population. That helps immensely. We can, because you can see they got other stuff going on. This is another system here. So they got another colony, but it's still a colonized, they don't even have, they're still establishing the colony. The corporate tab will become available once this finishes, but there's only going to be like 1 or 2 people there when that happens. And when you click on this corporate tab, the amount of money that you can make is going to be like 2, 3. It's going to be a ridiculously low number. So it's not worth your trouble. But as they grow and it becomes a more populous planet, then the value of your franchise, this is called franchising. This is like putting a new McDonald's in their neighborhood. It's that kind of thing. So, they're going bonkers. They got an L gate. They got another one up there. Yeah, I just need to seal off so they don't expand any further in our direction. And then I just need all the points I can get. You know what? I'm going to get the franchise going. Let's do it right away. So yeah, it's going to cost us 1,700. Trade value of the planet. It will also increase our empire sprawl. Sure. And there we go. So we got So Long and Thanks for the Fish has a branch office. This 32, I'm going to unpause. It's going to turn to 60 something. Eventually. It should have. I don't understand why it didn't. But we can build buildings here, and you can see that it's based on... So right now they have planetary administration. This can be upgraded to a planetary capital, planetary something else. And they got enough population, they could go to a capital. They just have to be willing to click the button to upgrade it. As they upgrade their planetary capital, so here you can see that's available. When they upgrade to planetary administration, this will become available. Or the owner takes on the insider trading tradition, which that's later. And there they have to upgrade to planetary administration. This is not 100% accurate. So these do unlock, but it unlocks as their capital grows. And so I'll be able to eventually get 4 buildings here. So what do the buildings do? Well, this one just produces $10 for me, and it produces 10 amenities. So that some of this goes to them. So they get I think they get the 10 amenities, but we would get the $10. And then here, this one is a commercial forum. So the branch office value gets a plus 25%. That's this. This number will go up by 25% if we complete this. It creates an extra merchant job for them. So they'll have an extra merchant job that benefits them. And you can see that the production would give them plus 12 trade, plus 5 amenities. So the whole point of building this is to bump this by 25%. Fast food chain, the McDonald's, that'll produce 10 food for us. And I think that's it. They might get some of that food, or they get 10 food as well. I don't actually know what they get for that one. Here, our naval capacity will go up by 10. And then it gives us that army modifier, and then it creates a soldier job for them. Yeah, that doesn't even create a job for them. Maybe they don't get a benefit for that one. And then, yeah, the soldier job is their job. So we get the bonuses, they get the jobs. Here, it's going to just straight up give us 3 alloys. So that 15 would turn to 18. And then it creates 2 clerk jobs for them. This one will get 10 resources, and they get a plus 1 minor job. 10 resources is, I mean, arguably it's weak. But you know, if I saw a 10 on a star system, I would scoop it up in a heartbeat. So, you know, take it for what it is. This one you'll see me build a lot of. It produces 6, 6, and 6 on the research. So this is straight up. It just adds 6 plus, 6, 6, 6 to the thing. Yep, it's the Devil's Lab. And then of course it creates 2 jobs for them. This one produces 6 Unity, another one you might see me do, because that 11, 6 is almost, it's over half of what I'm currently producing right now. And then this one is nice because it gets you 6 consumer goods. Like I said, everything's just straight up raw numbers. Even the 3 alloys is nice. None of these buildings are bad. Obviously you just pick what helps you at the time. This one I think is probably the least helpful. Like, you get another $10, I guess. This one you could argue, okay, I'm going to get 25%. 10% is 3.3. 20% is going to be 6.6. So getting 10 extra bucks from this is actually more than what I'm going to get from this one. However, this number will grow on its own just because their planet's going to continue to get better. You can see they have awful amenities right now. So this would actually help them because it would give them plus 10 amenities, but I'm not here to help them. I'm here to exploit them. So I think the best one is this one because this one will pay for itself in the long run. These other ones are really nice though, the research and the Unity. Like if I get the Unity one early, I mean, that's a huge bump early in the game that, stays with me for the rest of the game. So, you know what, I'm actually changing my mind. I could do the plus 25% later. And the 666 actually, considering that we're only producing 29, 24, 31, this is a huge one as well. I wish I could do all of them. That's my answer. Come on. What to do? You know what? Since we're no, we're not really losing our laboratory at the moment. Let's get the extra money first. I don't need it. I keep going back to this. Alright, so what are the things I ultimately like to get? If I can build 4, I always want this one for the extra money. So that's 1. Okay. Number 2 is the lab. Number 3 is the Unity. And then number 4 is, am I short on alloys? Am I short on consumer goods? But really the best number 4 of all these is this one, plus 10 naval capacity. Right now our naval capacity is 20. I mean, so plus 10. But if you get a bunch of these going, it helps, because it's empire-wide. The mining consortium's okay. I thought there was a soldier, I thought there was a security one. I guess not. So those would be the 4 you'll typically see me build. You know what? I'm gonna do the let's do the Unity one right away, because that plus 6 is gonna boost this big time, and that'll give us a jump start in our game here. All right, yeah. So now I did take a hit here. And you can see we're still rapidly producing things. Okay. The theocracy would change by minus 35, but we get 30 influence. Or here, we get plus 25% amenity. Yeah.
Special project actualized.
Master's teaching, philosophical mindset.
Inquiry.
Okay, so that gave us an edict, which costs 100. It lasts. So these ones that last until canceled don't count towards your capacity. Only the ones that are until canceled, those are your capacity ones. So for 100 influence, I can get 10% bonus to research speed for society. I mean, that was nice, but I think I would have rather taken the other bonus. Alright, so here's our station completed. We need to basically mimic our homeworld. So I'm going to get a shipyard. And what do we have in our homeworld? Yeah, it's a trade hub, I figured. And then a crew quarters. The thing is I think I'll be able to keep this. I don't know if I don't need to build another shipyard. So what I could do is, since this is going to become our capital, is there a way I can change it to be a capital? Let me think about this. Right here, move capital. Costs 250 influence. Everything costs influence. Oh my gosh. I think when the old world blows up, it's going to move automatically. So we may not need to do this. But we do need to resettle. Okay, so we got another angler over there. We're going to move. We can move clerks. We got some miners we can send over. I'll send just one miner. Send over some... Nope. Don't want to send over any bureaucrats. We could probably send over an executive. Oh, we're out of influence already. Yeah, this is bad, folks.
Research actualized.
Alright, so we at least locked in our spot. Oh, that gave us 40 more unity. I need all of this. Let's get the building first. So right here, look, these guys already declared war on each other. Yeah, it was like, better them than me, right? Because these guys are already at war with them. The one thing we don't want to see happen is if they do take over the capital city, I don't know if our corporation goes with it or not. That's going to be an interesting experiment. And here you can see we're still not done with our first building. And there's our 35, and look, the number did eventually go up.
Incoming inquiry.
Yep, we're going to go ahead. And so here you can see so right now the planet's producing 35 money. That's for us. So we are getting a nice bonus. Getting that commercial pack right away like that was pretty darn good.
Incoming transmission.
So these guys, even though they're jerks, they're asking for an embassy. We'll give them one.
Upscaling complete.
And then this number, as you know, needs to go up. But I need to take this because these guys could colonize through us. It costs them more influence to do, but they could do it, and so I don't want that to happen.
Upscaling complete.
And yeah, we're at least going to seal that off, and then I really need to get this boosted. Rare crystals is always good.
Incoming inquiry.
I know they want to do non-aggression and all that, but that reduces our influence. Our influence did go up by 1 because we have factions. And you can see these are the 2 factions we have. This one is totally happy with us. These ones have they want us to dominate other people and have autocracy. So they're not really. 12 of our pops support them though. And you can see like which ones are on Dolphin Prime. Now, you could manage the faction and like suppress them, but it costs 1 influence to do, which is why you never see me do it. The happier they are, the more support they give you, the higher this number gets, and that of course adds to our influence. We played this game when we played the last game. This was a big thing where I gave us. Like we were getting a 90% bonus to these numbers. And remember, this was like 3 or 4. Now you can see how small they are when we're not doing a egalitarian.
Situation log revised.
Alright, here's our guy. Let's research the project. Alright, we're 2216. We still have 14 years before the planet explodes. And that's if it explodes on year 1, right? So I think we're doing great. We already found another planet to colonize, which, I don't know if you're paying attention, it so far is the only other planet we found to colonize. Super lucky there. And so far so good, although it is smaller. But we had experienced a huge setback. I have to spend a ton of influence just to save my people. I could choose not to save them and just let them die. I'm not sure I want to do that. But yeah, you're seeing the drawbacks. What an awful start. The other starts are so much better. Let's see. Okay, we got
Situation log revised.
I thought it said that there was a. Oh, there must be 2 guys here.
Incoming inquiry.
Well, now they want to do a migration treaty. So what this would do is our population would be able to evacuate the And their fleet power is overwhelming compared to us. That's true. I'm going to go ahead and do this because then my people can get off the planet. If you recall, we have an emigration push of 100. So that means these people want to flee. And so that'll help get them off.
Actualized.
I know I want to save as many of them, but I don't have enough influence to bring 23 people over.
Incoming transmission.
And we're going to go ahead and let him survey.
Special project actualized.
Alright, so we found... They're experimenting with Cyberx. So here you go. We found another Cyberx artifact. Got a regular artifact, and then we got 376 research.
Future market survey complete.
And this is also good. See, that number jumped up to 20. Really good. That scientist who does anomaly research bonuses, we'll have him go research that one. I guess that one's already being researched. Oh, I guess that one's already being researched. Yeah, so we'll just have him go survey then. We can at least build our stations. We can at least move this guy in position. But yeah, we're
Special project actualized.
Alright, so coming back to here, our homeworld, I'm not sure we need to do anything. For Dolphin Prime, though, we're still building the districts. This needs to finish before I can put a lab in the queue. I'm not in a rush to finish it just yet. I'm okay with getting the districts in because that allows me to get more space. So here you can see I have 12 available housing, so I can move more people over if I wanted. So to do just that, you know, like who do I want to move over, right? The Pearl Diver, for example, the Executive would be nice to move over. Boy, these guys are getting, that's expensive. 62.5 influence to move him over. And then he would be unemployed. Oh gosh. I was spending money to move him back. Yeah, that's...
Evading competitive fleet.
So, let's put that up, because I think that's going to allow us to get an executive job.
Incoming inquiry.
So that's the one that had the vessels, huh? That'll likely be like a mining drone or something like that.
Upscaling complete.
Alright, we're short on food, but that's okay, we can buy some. And...
Outlier identified.
Incoming transmission.
Incoming inquiry.
Alright, we're at 1.5k alloys. That sounds great, but I've been totally ignoring my navy. So let's get some corvettes going. We get 7 of them built.
Incoming transmission.
Incoming inquiry. Incoming inquiry.
Yeah, this is that advanced one. Let's get the research speed plus 5%. This, of course, is because we moved the executive over too early.
Incoming transmission.
And boom. Now, that created an executive job, so we should have ended up filling that too quickly.
Situation log revised. Foreign market leaders request contact.
Okay, a couple of things are happening here. Those guys that attacked us is a drone, so we're gonna get a drone study going. And then also, we found this project, which he will research.
Potential market survey completed.
Okay, I can finally hit automatic surveying, so I'm going to go ahead and do that.
Situation log revised.
And then now we have this project.
Incoming transmission.
Okay, so our unemployment finally went away. Our amenities are low. Not surprised there. We're still producing our districts. I can at least queue up the next set of districts. Like, we need a research lab. And once this gets completed, the amenities will go up. So we'll go ahead and get that going. And then, okay, we got the research lab, and then we have 2 more building spots. It's a tough call. Like, you want to do these, or even that. I think I'm going to just wait. Okay, so the commercial zones are really important for us, because since we're a corporation, the extra trade is what we're after. And this one is collecting +1 all around it in trade. This is sort of buried in a corner, so putting a trade hub here, this is duplicative. I would only be collecting from this, but if I put 2 trade hubs there, I would go 2 out, which is probably not a bad idea. I could still use this base to produce by Navy, and it'll be like a Navy builder type thing, and then this I could truly turn into a trade hub, which is currently what it would do. So if I built 2 collection range, 1, 2, I would get that 3 extra trade, because if you look at our planet here, they're producing 40 trade, which the other one was producing, it was initially producing 60 something, but now it's down to 30, largely because of this. Yeah, we're getting there, and yeah, let's do it. Let's get a trade hub. The thing that stinks is if I want to protect against pirates, I need to put the I don't have them researched yet, but the strike craft. So these trade hubs won't be as helpful. And then over here I would want like the off-world trading center or something. I would be building both of these just to get 3 extra trade. I'm not going to do that yet. I think I need the strike craft because I want to get rid of pirates. Because all the trade's going to end up going back to this. Right now this is still our capital, but this will eventually become the capital.
Special project actualized. Incoming inquiry.
Get her on
Incoming
autopilot.
transmission. Incoming transmission.
Right. Earthquakes increase. So now the habitability is -70%, but the amount of jobs goes up to 90%, the jobs output. So we're just cranking here.
Incoming transmission.
Okay, they gave us a commercial pact invitation. We're going to accept that. They want us to do research agreements. The only thing that stinks is it reduces this number here, but a research agreement's pretty good. So this is going to go down. Yeah, we're losing 1.25 now. I don't want to do the non-aggression, even though I don't want to fight these people. It's just I don't want to lose more points. So now I can actually build a corporation. Oh my gosh, they got a ring world. These guys are ring world people. So there you see, yeah, there's 30 I can establish. I don't have enough money to do it, but I can establish another branch office with them. Now, that's the idea. That's the whole thought of corporation. So we don't necessarily need to have a big empire. We can just exploit everybody else's empire. But it is nice, like for example, all these star systems are open to us. It'd be nice for us to take them. And at the moment, I haven't been able to do that because I'm busy doing this. I would like to move over all the population I can because, you know, it takes a long time to grow population. And I'm at 15 here. Once this finishes...
Situation log revised.
Yeah, we got a lot going on here. Yeah, there's a lot going on. This planet, they're still at 23, so the emigration hasn't gotten too high. We're at 19 years in out of 30. So they are going to start leaving. There's no doubt about that. The resettle cost is very large. Like that's only 12.5 because a minor, I guess, is minor, pun intended. But this is 31.5 because he's a more skilled employee. And then of course that one was 62, saving the executives. I feel like I'm Obama, you know, bailing out the mega banks and giving them bonuses. And then you can see it was $600, whereas that's $300 for the researchers and the pearl divers. The one thing I wish this screen gave better is like, what do I need? Like, what does Dolphin Prime need? So that way I can know who to send, right? And the only way I can figure that out is I gotta click over here and study this instead. So Dolphin Prime, all the jobs are filled. I'm short an angler, and I'm short 2 clerks. I have all the executives I need. I have everything. So, excuse me, I need to sneeze. So the moment this finishes, and let's just show you, that's going to create 3 more clerk jobs. So I'm going to have a vacancy of 5 clerks. And then when the research lab finishes, that'll create 2 researcher jobs. So I need to move those, is the answer, right? So if I'm going to resettle from here, I need to move over the clerks and the researchers. And there are no clerks. The bureaucrat, maybe that's a clerk? Let's move over 1. Yeah, we don't need a bureaucrat. And then, of course, the researcher, if I move him now, it'll be too early, and he'll be unemployed as well. So, yeah, these guys are going to have to find new jobs once they move over. So let's see what the bureaucrat eventually does. I don't think he takes any job.
A system has been surveyed.
We're very low on food. I wonder what's going on.
Incoming inquiry.
I mean, we have anglers. Oh no, we don't. We're missing 2 anglers. That'll help us with the food. And then, yeah, we have no anglers. That's what's going on. We have nobody working the food. Because I'm doing this to maximize the output. Because we're getting a plus 90%. Right? So I'm doing that. That's what's going on. And I just realized one of these buildings needs to be the administrative office. So let's get that up to the top since we have an unemployed bureaucrat. And let's get those buildings going. Alright, so we got a lot of clerk jobs open. And those clerk jobs will start giving us more money once those fill.
Special project actualized. Future market survey complete.
And get both of those guys going. Make sure there's nothing I'm missing here. Got a couple digs I can try to do, but they're not in my empire.
Future market survey complete.
So Delphinus is the term I gave for the new executive. So basically we're going to produce a new, so right now that's the Delphinus that we have, and they're going to basically select a new one. So there's the next election, 2220 on January 1st. Am I missing something? That's January 10th. So maybe we already selected one and I misread that. Okay, this is going to finish, which means our research speed is going to go up by 10%. So very good there. And then of course we're going to take, I always take this one first. I don't know why anybody wouldn't. So we basically just gave ourselves a 20% bonus to tech. And, you know, look at those numbers. They're so much higher now, just from finishing those two. And as soon as this finishes, assuming that our unemployed guy doesn't get upset, because there is a time limit where he'll degrade and take another job. What do you mean you can't survey anything else? Oh, somebody died. Oh, he didn't die. He became the leader. Mining station output plus 10%. That's a really good one. That's a super good one for expanding. Okay, so we need to get a new leader. I don't know if there's one. Nope. There we go. Alright, so if this finishes, that unemployment should disappear immediately.
Research actualized. Station under assault.
And it did. Alright, so now we got pirates. It's always good to have an admiral.
Outlier identified.
Incoming transmission.
Oh, both of those are good. Population growth speed is...
Incoming transmission.
Future market survey complete. Situation log revised.
Incoming transmission.
Alright, we took some damage, but we won. So yeah, the piracy thing is happening, and that, if you recall, is done here. So right now we're protecting the trade route okay, or decent enough. We still don't have the assault batteries ready yet. Okay, so the administrative office is there. We've already filled the bureaucrats. They're completely full. It's up to 17. We still need a lot of the lower level jobs. So can I move anybody that's lower level? Yes, I can move a miner. And here I'm lacking the money now. So now I don't have the money to move them.
Situation log revised. Potential market survey completed.
Okay, so those guys fully repaired.
Research actualized.
We're going to get our research station output to go up.
Special project actualized.
Got another Cyberx artifact recovered. And there it is. So we have covered enough artifacts already that right there's the new world, and you can see it has a megastructure, which is a ring world, just like last time. So that guy's... I think what we're going to do is he's going to come research there and survey there.
Situation log revised. Special project actualized.
Okay, so these drones here, we can make them easy prey, which means we could do extra damage to them. I'm not really worried about them. The 10% minerals output is so much better.
Special project actualized.
Incoming transmission.
Alright, so let's keep him moving. I don't know why they're all going to the same place.
Project actualized.
In fact, I'm going to make one of them go this way.
Future market survey complete.
See, these guys are coming through. So if they have enough influence, they'll pay to go past both of these, and then they'll expand their empire there. I don't really want them to do that. Although 3 engineering research is not, end of the world.
Market outlier identified.
So the researcher job's already filled. Like, things are just filling automatically. Now, some of this could be because they're emigrating away. They will do that on their own. What I need to do is make this the capital. Do I really want to spend the 250? Because when it blows up, I think it automatically becomes the capital. I think for now I'll leave it be. I'd rather not spend that 250. So the biggest issue here is the resettling. We could send... I'm sending 5 miners over, but what that's going to do is not all of them will take mining jobs. Like, some of them should take some of these other jobs.
Incoming inquiry.
Like 4 of them became anglers. And yeah, we're producing more districts, which will then lead to more jobs. And we still have one more open spot here.
Market outlier identified. Special project actualized.
So here we found the Cyberx Warforge. Remember, that's that thing that if you spend 10,000 minerals, it gave you 2,500 alloys, which we used a ton in that last game. So it's really good. And look at that, 3,000 unity, 1,900 research, 5,000 money. We got this discovered really early in the game. 3,000 unity is amazing. Pause. Alright, so now I normally get expansion next, which I still think is a good thing to do, but when you're a corporation, you want this is a decent one, but it's mercantile. You get another commercial zones provide one merchant job, and then trade value plus 10% right there. And your market fee. Like, this is a really big one. But I still think expansion is the next best one. Just because if we do colonize, we get additional pop. It gives us growth speed. And then our star bases and other things are cheaper. So we need that. So I'm going to go ahead and take that. The growth speed is the priority, although the influence cost reduced by 10% is nice. I'm actually, you know what, since we have more population than we can move right now, I'm going to actually do this one. So that means when we try to, like, see, it only costs 67 now. Whatever the cost was before was like in the 80s, I think. So we reduced that cost. They're at 209, and then of course that's the relic. It costs 150 influence, so we're not going to do that anytime soon. We can do this to get money, and then of course we gain unity if we do this. That's not a bad thing. We do need 50 though for Secrets of the Cyberx. That's an important one. So we don't want to spend any until we get at least 50.
Potential market survey completed.
Alright, and we're going to have him go on automatic. So we found some nanites. And gained an L-gate insight. Interesting. Alright, so we go back to Dolphin Prime. We have 2 buildings we can build. Like, for example, I can make another laboratory. It doesn't hurt because I got a nice lab bonus. The Society Research gets another bonus because of this. We've got our administrative office, which is good. What else do we want to build? I'm thinking we want a hydroponics farm because we need food. Look, our food production is awful. The anglers, I need 4 of them. I don't have 4 at the moment. The hydroponic farm, as you can see, it gives us an extra angler job, +1. That's all it does. It's just +1, but that's an extra 9 food and also 2 trade. So that does help us. I mean, the 2 trade and the food. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. This one's a nice one because you get unity, so it's an interesting. I would take this one, but we only have 1 district. And I think another research lab might be in order. You could make a good argument for this one too, though. Get another commercial guild going. These 2 actually are also not a bad idea, but yeah, I'm not. I would do this to get my capacity up. I actually think we need to get another lab going. So let's do that. 2 labs is always good. And then if we try to resettle, right there you can see I got some anglers. I'm gonna. Oh no, I went the wrong way. Oh no. I just wasted all that influence and money. Went the wrong way.
Transmission.
Gotta get them off that planet. And I went the wrong way.
Evading competitive
I moved
fleet.
from Dolphin Prime to the... Oh, gosh, that was so dumb. But, so I moved all my miners, which you can see my output dropped immensely. And that's fine. And oh, by the way, the corporate office here, you can see, is producing 42 now. And they need to upgrade this planetary administration to get to the next building. Where's this hostile fleet? Okay, these are just neutrals. Those are going to be, yeah, those are the mining cores. 245, 907. I'm at 394. I could probably take on one of them, but I'm going to wait.
Research actualized.
See, I'm up to 27. They're down to 12.
Market outlier identified.
I definitely need to get these guys off. This is good. That's good too, though. Let's get you
A
going.
system has been surveyed.
You know, I'm sitting on 144 influence. It might not be a bad idea to get this going. Yeah, let's do it. So we just... I thought I paid for it. There we go. So now we got a branch office going. And then, yes, we get to produce something here. So we could do the same thing, right? We can get the Unity up. And, you know, that's just our first building we do in both cases. And I'm going to go ahead and do that.
Market outlier identified.
And this number, I don't know if it already jumped up, but yeah, there it is. Look, it jumped up to 134. So you can see corporations, you know, money is good. Remember the last game I had like no money the entire time. Now I'm running out of food. Let's see. Population-wise, we're maxed out on our jobs. But as soon as that finishes, we're going to have more jobs available. So let's do that.
Actualized.
Alright, so we got our strike craft. Let's get that going. So what that allows us to do is we're going to do hangar bay to protect against the pirates. And I'm going to do a hydroponics bay, which will give us 10 more food.
Situation log revised. A system has been surveyed.
Go ahead and research that.
Incoming inquiry.
We're at 2224, so it's getting close.
Special project actualized.
Alright, so now we got this thing where we have to rescue somebody.
Situation log revised.
This happens when pirates attack. So we had that incident where the pirates attacked. We of course beat back the pirates. Well, now there's a ransomware base, so there's people there, and they will need us to come rescue them. And I forgot to... So that's where they are, and I need to get my military ships to there, but I have to explore the system before I can even move a military ship there.
A system has been
So
surveyed.
I'm fully... So you can see here, the trade just went up big time.
Evading competitive fleet.
Okay, captains they're basically telling us, we're telling them they need to be ready. The science ship isn't, all we had to do was explore the system. And you can see they're worth 234 strength. The ransomeers are never stronger than you, because I think that's intentional. They're just like based on some factor. But yeah, I need to get out of there. And then put them on automatic. I don't want him to go that way. Explore this way, buddy. Oh, he's doing that one. So then you do that one then. Yep, I don't want you doing that either. Go that way. They want to go down here and explore this way, which I'm sort of okay with, but I'm trying to... Well, actually... Oh, I can't get through these two guys. That's the problem. I want to explore as much of the direction that we know we can go. Like, this guy's here, and look. He can expand this way, which will then close us in. He can fully envelop us eventually. He has another planet here. Remember, so right now their value is 0. They got 4 population. It's not even worth 1. So, but over time, that will grow.
Research actualized.
Okay.
Incoming inquiry.
So our amenities are low, which is surprising me, because this is producing a lot of amenities. This is the big issue. We're got minus 19 on the minerals. We can get some more amenities.
Inquiry. A system has been surveyed.
Incoming transmission.
Upscaling complete.
Now we'll go for the growth. There's a lot of good ones here. That one in particular gives us another angler job, and all the food is +1. Yeah, we absolutely need that one. And then for this, they're all good. Let's do that one first.
Outlier identified. Future market survey complete.
So I'm at a spot now where I'm not sure I can move over all the, like, we're up to 28. They're down to 13. But to move that 13 over, it's going to be costly. And then they're going to be unemployed. Like, I'm filling everything. There's 2 unemployed spots. So I can take 2 miners. Actually, there was only 1 available, 1 miner. So I moved him over. And that's it. We already have our enforcer. The metallurgists and artisans are already filled. The researchers are already filled. Even the pearl divers. See, these are the lowest workers. They're the common workers. That's what I need, is I need more common workers. And if I send one of these over, I'm going to have unemployment because these are higher tier. You know what? I might just let it go. So then I need to get back in the business of expanding. And we're almost there for the ransomeers.
Market outlier identified.
Alright, so this is going to be a...
Incoming
We should
transmission.
win this.
Evading competitive fleet. Upscaling complete. A system has been surveyed.
If they made it to a lifeboat, they should hail us. Scan all frequencies. It's been my experience, it's 50-50. Sometimes, like, I think this happened last time, and they didn't make a lifeboat. Yeah, we lost them. They never made it off. So we gained 40 influence, but everybody's unhappy by 10. And that's fine. Head home. One planet has low stability. It's this one. Their amenities are awful. I wonder why. It's this. I don't even have more building slots. This is awful. Oh, another thing we could do, yeah, we changed them to a bureaucratic center. Look at this, trade value plus 20%. We can make them an urban world. That'll give us more money. An agro world will give us more food. That's an interesting one. To get another 20%. I mean, we're at 58. See, that low stability is what's killing us. So I got to do a decision. I can distribute luxury goods, which will give us more amenities. And then we're going to do... See, the crime's going up because they're happy. Could do that. I think I'm going to let it go for now. But yeah, this number just plummeted because of the happiness. Or that makes the happiness drop because we're low in amenities. I don't remember even selecting this. What the heck was that?
Incoming inquiry.
I could try to replace one of my buildings. That's the only other thing I can think of to increase my amenities. This already reduced quite a lot.
Upscaling complete.
This helped.
Potential market survey completed.
Alright, so let's get our scientists moving again. Here you can see both of our corporations are doing well, and they've boosted our unity quite a bit. So, you know, they're doing the job that we set out to do.
Survey complete.
The station has the 10 food, which helped us here.
Incoming transmission.
We're at 4 years away, and they're down to 12 people. I just don't know what to do, because right now the 12 people are all up here, of course. And yeah, they keep trying to guarantee my independence because they're all stronger than me, which I appreciate, but again, if I accept it, they reduce my influence growth, which I need as much as I can get. By doing this, it's going to help boost some of these numbers. I need another colonizable planet. Like right here's one, but it's tundra. There's one that's Arctic. So if I can get terraforming going, I at least got 2 more I can go to. But as you can see, there's no colonizable worlds. There's arid.
Market outlier identified. A system has been surveyed. Upscaling complete. Research actualized.
We could do this again. This is a good one too. Let's get that going. Like, this is a really critical one to get. But there's a lot of good stuff up here too. Like, look at that, 6 trade. Yeah, I just want to expand. It's not really... I have edicts I can be grabbing. There's all kinds of stuff.
Outlier identified. Research actualized.
And you can see here, I'm not even building anything anymore. That I need a technology for. I need to unlock more building slots. That's one of the things that would really help. The happiness is still low, and it's because of this. So I think what I got to do is I gotta replace this building and get more happiness going. And right there is amenities +5. It does not give me jobs though. That's the issue with that one. This one will give me 6 amenities for each clerk job. So if you see here, I'm actually short 2 clerks. Like, if I got the 2 clerks, this number actually would be fine. So I can prioritize that, and then this 8 went to -3. Oh, which one do I want to do?
Situation log.
We'll crack it
revised.
open. Alright, so going back to this, I decreased this, which makes these other ones suffer a little bit more, but that reduced to -3, so the approval should have gone up a little. Okay, so we can take 300 minerals, or we can help improve... Yeah, let's improve our relationship.
Ships upscaled.
Okay, all of these are good. Planetary capital.
Future market survey complete.
Alright, now our jobs are up to +120%, as you can see. So, okay, the 120% though is on this and this. So it's like, you can click on that and that, right? Because that's what we want, that's what's going to give us the biggest, bang for the buck. There's nobody that's even at this level. They're at 12. Yeah, time's running out, and I don't know if I'm going to save anybody else. Right there, we got 100 influence for that. That was worth it. That's way more important than the minerals.
Upscaling complete. Upscaling complete.
So we're going to get the minerals going there. And get that expanded. So we got the ring world in our empire now. So that's good. And in 2 years, our homeworld can blow up. That was really good.
Incoming transmission.
This one is very helpful to your ships. Makes them more powerful. So we're going to go ahead and grab that. Oh, look at this. So this is one of our corporations, and we now have a open building slot. So see how this opened up? It's because they upgraded to a planetary capital. So they upgraded this building, and in doing so, we can now build a second corporate building. So now we can, increase our research. You could argue, hey, let's get 6 of these because that takes care of our deficit. I mean, heck, at this point, we can produce 10 food because it seems like food's an issue. We can increase this by 25%. You can see here that we're getting 35. And we're also getting 8 unity because of our building down here. This building here. So it produces 6 unity. And somehow we're getting another 2 because they're fanatic spiritualists. So that really helped, I guess. Oh, and then our upkeep is 3. That's the reason why it's lower number than this, because the upkeep for the building. So now we can, let's get something else going. This would get us another 25%, which would be 3, 6, 7.5 more. So that would bump it up to 40 something. It's okay. It's not the worst thing in the world. I wonder if this actually gives us 10 amenities. No, that would just give us $10. I think the research is worth it. I mean, we're still, 666 is still a significant percentage. Yeah, let's do the research. Research is king in this game.
Potential market survey completed. Potential market survey completed.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and stop this video because we're 2.5 hours in. Go take a bio break, get some more caffeine, and I'm going to continue playing. I got some more time tonight to at least get another video out. So, as always, thanks for watching, and stay awesome, and I hope you're enjoying this playthrough.